This is a collective message for those that may be on the twin flame journey. So you're thinking to yourself, why is it that this one particular person that you've crossed paths with is something that's totally out of this world? You've never felt this sort of attraction for anybody before. And this is definitely not your first rodeo. You've had several relationships, or at the very least, at least one significant relationship. And you can't seem to understand why you never felt like your previous partners the same way. Now, a twin flame connection is extremely significant to anybody that encounters this connection, because when you first meet this individual, you become magnetized to what you can call your other half. You're essentially the same soul, which is why when you meet, there's something in this individual that you very deeply at a soul level resonate with. It's almost like looking at your own self is what you become attracted to. This individual has the divine potential of what you have, living your highest and best life. Now, it's not to say that you would come into contact with each other when you are at that stage, because typically that's not the case. You are probably, or at least one of you, is quite unhealed when you cross paths. Nevertheless, for a moment in time, when your paths crossed, whether it is energetically, online, virtually, or in person, you have this connection that you just can't explain. And it's that moment in time that you kind of almost activate each other on this journey. So that's really the starting point where it all begins. Now, for those of you that may actually know a twin flame from much previously and are meeting them maybe after several years, that doesn't matter. This is the moment in time where you become obsessed with them, that your journey actually begins. And this journey is not about two individuals. It's really a journey about yourself. This one person comes in, magnetizes you and attracts you and activates you into really looking deeper within yourself. Now, if you're doing anything but that, you're running in the wrong direction. So, for example, if you're just fixated on this one individual, you're having readings about them, trying to understand them in the external world, you're stalking them on social media or even physically and trying to chase them and contact them and getting in touch with them to try and understand what it is that you really feel. That is not the purpose of this journey. What you're meant to be doing is taking all that attention and attraction that you feel on the outside for somebody else and really using that passion to kind of look at your own self and fall in love with your own self. It's really an inner journey. Instead of looking at becoming obsessed with this one person on the outside, please try and look at what this individual is teaching you about yourself. What you want to be doing is starting to take a look at your own inner self. This one individual is going to trigger you in so many different ways, and you'll find yourself questioning on this journey in terms of what it is that you're really doing. Why are you obsessing so much? And this journey really leads you on the path of thinking and mulling over all sorts of things in your mind, but you want to be able to rise above the mind. So one of the biggest problems we see on this journey is there's so much information about twin flames out there, and mostly it's kind of portrayed in a romantic sense, which is why individuals that come onto this journey are looking out at that external information that's available and really romanticizing this connection. This connection, once again, is not a romantic connection. It's to lead you into an inner journey, heal your own inner traumas, and most likely, in most cases, the divine feminine is what we call them, the female energy, is usually leading this change, of this radical changing and shifting and coming into your internal self. The more that the divine feminine starts to do the healing, the inner work, and starts to align with your soul and your heart chakra, is when you very automatically have the divine masculine attracted in. So, once again, this is not a journey where you chase the divine masculine, but you attract them in. The purpose isn't even to be united with divine masculine, as hard as that is to hear for somebody who's really early on in your journey, because this could be quite sometimes it can take quite a few years to really understand this journey and come to terms, but it is a transformative one. The person that you will find yourself to be at the end of this journey is somebody you aren't even going to recognize. You go through so much change, transformation, and healing. You come into divine gifts in going through this path and really discovering who you yourself are, that this is a life altering journey that you'll ever go on. Once again, not to romanticize this connection is kind of your best bet, and really start to focus in on your own journey, taking a look at meditation techniques, and you'll find yourself as you go through this journey really starting to move away from the thinking element. So in spirituality, as you look to align with your soul and rising above the mind, is when you come into unity consciousness, which should be the aim of this journey. I hope this is helpful. Thank you. God bless.